Is Lucy gonna go nuts in my room? I locked her in there with that bone and she's crying.
Let her out. She'll just run away and hide with it. That's what she usually does.
Okay. Never mind. Just do your interview. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. Number 5. In this profession, what kinds of writing must you be able to exhibit?
You have to be able to write, well, you have to model for your students what you expect them to write. You have to, yeah, you have to write, be able to write to parents. Like, I already said that, yeah. You have to be able to write and communicate with the parents. You have to write notes to your subs, and you leave very clear directions. If a kid gets in trouble and you write a referral, you have to be able to write what happened. IEPs, of course, that's a lot of writing, so you have to write how their disability affects them in the curriculum and how they get along in the curriculum and what accommodations you give them, and so there's some technical writing with that, like how many words per minute, blah, blah, blah. You have to write goals and all that. And then we have professional learning communities every Wednesday, like a lot of schools do now, early start or late start or whatever you want to call it. And we compare our scores, and then we end up presenting. So we write that presentation out.
Okay.
And express what went wrong, what went right. So you have to be able to, state that.
Okay. What is most difficult when teaching students writing skills?
They don't have a lot, the students I have don't have a lot of life experience. They don't make a lot of connections, so it's really in reading and writing, we're kind of connected.
Mm-hmm.
But, so if you say, write about the best day you ever had at the zoo, for example. One time last year, that was something. And I was in a class with a regular ed teacher, and I said, raise your hand if you've ever been to the zoo. And only 2 kids had been to the zoo.
Wow.
So a lot of it is just that background knowledge that they don't have.
Yeah.
And it's hard for them to, when they're concentrate, like reading, you're concentrating so hard on the mechanics of what the letters are and the words that you don't get the meaning. So they're concentrating so hard on just writing that they don't really get a good message apart. And of course the meat, we work on that, and talk about transitions, talk about all different kinds of things, but there's always a large percentage that's first I did this, then I brushed my teeth, and they don't stay on one subject, But I think we're doing a lot better job, though, than in the past. We're really honed in on the reading and writing. So we'll see. We have writing workshop. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but there's reading workshop and writing workshop, and it's like a system of teaching kids to read and write. So it's all about reading books at your level, writing about what you read, making connections, and they teach them like text to text, text to word, blah, blah, all those. But yeah, it's a good program. They seem to enjoy it.
What is most difficult when teaching? Oh, again, tell me.
I don't know what to write. That's what they say every time. I don't know what to write.
Do you feel that someone could succeed as a teacher without great writing skills?
They wouldn't be a good teacher. They might be able to succeed, but they probably wouldn't be, a good teacher. They might be, well, there are people that, it's going to be on YouTube. One of my administrators, for instance, sends out emails to the whole staff, like it's a directive, and there'll be words misspelled or a grammar mistake, and it just kind of, you have a different opinion of somebody when they, by their writing,
Yeah, definitely.
like a job application or whatever. So they could make it, but I don't know about being successful, and
Yeah. What writing skills do you think education majoring students should focus on to prepare them for teaching?
Well, I guess there's the typical essay. But as far as for teaching writing, the brainstorming, the but how to develop an idea, how to stay on a topic, things like that, how to write what you know and not be making, that's always the best. Some of the best things I've had have been, kids are like, I don't know if I can write about this, and some of it's really terrible stuff. Like foster care, but those are like the best gut-wrenching stories. So if they focus on getting the kids to write what they know, I think goes a long way. You can work on the mechanics, but that, telling their own story thing is, I think, is really important.
Right. What experiences could have better prepared you for the writing you do every day?
Well, I guess just some of the classes in general, the education classes. I have a secondary degree for social studies and special ed. But if you don't get the elementary degree, they really don't teach you how to teach kids how to read and write. They really don't. Well, especially reading. But to me, they're interconnected. But after third grade, you're just reading for pleasure, or you're reading to learn. You're not learning to read anymore. And it's kind of the same with writing. You're not, they're honing some of their skills, but it's assumed they're already up to a certain point.
Right, yeah.
So, I got kids that don't know a paragraph. They can't indent a paragraph. They don't make a full sentence. Forget about the spelling, but even just a paragraph.
Wow.
8th grade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And
you can shut the door in between them, Benny.
Last but not least, do you enjoy writing in your field? Why or why not?
I do enjoy writing. Well, I enjoy the reading of some students' writing. I have a nice collection of hilarious notes that I've got from subs and from kids. Just like the last sub wrote, "God bless you for doing this all year." Like, it just cracks me up. What was the question again?
Do you enjoy writing in your field?
Do I enjoy it? I enjoy writing a lot of it. I don't really enjoy a lot of the technical writing.
Who does?
I do it, but it's important. If I didn't know how to do it, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be able to do these IEPs, and then I'd get in trouble. It wouldn't be good.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.